Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tuning in now to Nocturne versus... Well, I've forgotten the other team name. That's unfortunate. Oh well, we're just finishing the warm-up now. Thank you. It is Nocturne versus Resurgence. Nocturne starting on the terrorist side. And we are off. Kevlar around the board. Both counter-terrorists push through the murder hole. Trick drops the first counter-terrorist. Joker swings out to prevent the plant. Takes the first out, runs out of bullets. Goodbye takes him down. First round goes to Nocturne on the T side. And the bomb goes down for that extra $300. Trick buys out the full belter util helmet and a MAC-10. Goodbye does the same. Joker and Circuit still on the USPs, unarmored. They're grouping up catwalk. As the bomb goes down, and both counter-terrorists go down without inflicting a single point of damage. That is 2 rounds to Nocturne. Both terrorists have 2 kills each, while Joker is the only counter-terrorist with a kill. We have a buyout on the counter-terrorist side, with minimal utility, but helmets and kits. Good damage through the smoke. First man goes down, and the second. Trick is down to 29 points of health. Trick does end up taking out Circuit. As Joker slow walks around, Trick hides behind the box. Joker about to see a crude awakening. Gets the drop on him. First round for the counter-terrorists. Not a problem whatsoever for the terrorists, considering their fairly booming economy off of 2 consecutive round wins. Full belt of util, helmets, and AKs. Circuit, however, unable to buy out with a rifle, down to the 5.7. A good opening kill on Joker. Circuit dealing damage with the 5.7, flashes himself over, Trick mollying out. Doesn't quite spread far enough. Circuit had creeped around the corner, and it was simply not enough to take Trick down. Cannot catch him off guard. Joker, however, appears to be about to be caught off guard if he doesn't turn round, which he has turned round. Oh, the timing. They've walked right by one another. Is in fact on Trick's back. Joker does have plenty of util. Trick, a smoke, and a flashbang. They come around the corner to meet each other, and Trick, despite being low HP, gets the headshot with the AK, an instant kill. Beautiful round by Nocturne, one that, frankly, they should not have won. It was a 2-on-1 with the opening pick going the way of the terrorists. Another full buy out of Nocturne. A half buy out of the counter-terrorists of the Renegades. Joker goes down, leaving Circuit with his 5.7 in Kevlar in sight to hope to get something done with it. It's the first, and an upgrade. And the second. A beautiful round to win by the counter-terrorists, bringing their economy back to bear. Joker has picked up the AWP, sacrificing the helmet for this round, which could prove to be a problem with goodbye on the Tech 9. Circuit goes down after one. Well traded off that Tech 9. Joker still moving around outside, with Trick holding the inner doorway. Trick is ready for where Joker could be pulling from. Smokes off the site. Joker now knows where he's coming from. Simply waits, scopes up, fires through the smoke. Simple as that. Joker, having taken no damage, could buy himself a helmet if he felt like it. He does, as well as a kit and a full belt of utility. And a P250 for good measure. Circuit pushes along the catwalk with Goodbye on a Deagle. Goodbye gets dropped. Trick on the Tech 9. Grenades landing around him. Not enough. Spins on a dime to take Circuit out. Circuit's properly flubbed his lines there, considering Circuit had a rifle. Joker fires a shot through the smoke. It does not connect. Trick comes around the other side of the smoke. Realizing that his quarry has been playing around the smoke, makes it round, decides against picking up that AWP. CT's now facing the choice of saving or a half buy. Circuit buys himself full armor. It looks like a proper full force for Renegades. Noctyrne have a full buy, with Tech 9's backup and AKs. First goes the way of Goodbye. Joker gets the second with the sheer fire rate of the MP9, but Goodbye is able to put more shots on target, and that is the end of the half. 5-3 to Noctyrne, as we change sides now. Once again, looks like Kevlar around the board. Looks like a double ramp play from Noctyrne. Or not Noctyrne, rather, from the terrorists. In Renegades, Noctyrne losing the first man, dealing very little damage in trade. Trick takes a whole bunch of damage. That Glock appears to be on burst fire. Trick takes one. Couple more crisp headshots like that, he can have the round. Takes some more damage, down to 2 points of health. Joker hunting, hits the shots. A good, fairly dominant round by Renegades there. They dictated where and when they played, as well as where the trades were going. Joker, having gotten both kills that round, can buy himself some extra utility. Trick bought himself a P250. Gets one kill, but Goodbye was already dead, and the trade is 2 for 1. Noctyrne take that round. Apologies for the lack of commentary. It is 6-5 to the counter-terrorists with a full buy on their hands, looking well and truly poised to take a 7th. However, Helmet and Deagles can be a potent combination for any team with an aim as crisp as the teams we have playing here. Joker takes the first shot. Good stuff to take to take goodbye out of the round. Now both terrorists are low. The grenade is enough to finish off Circuit. Joker coming round. Is Trick ready for it is the question. Trick was briefly seen. They're simply circling. Circling around one another. Joker, however, does not have the bomb. And if Trick continues to peek, gets out onto the site, he will be able to see Joker picking up the bomb. But he's somewhat overthinking himself, looking around a bit too much. Joker does not yet have the bomb off the catwalk. Picks it up off the body of his friend. Trick is looking into and out of the site, covering all his angles. Joker has a smoke. Trick has a smoke, a flashbang, and a kit. Joker planting a little too open. Dangerous move. Smokes with 5 seconds remaining. Trick should spam that. Spams it, gets the kill. A good round for Noctyrne. Trick tosses over a rifle for his teammate. Good round to take for the Renegades, 1 each on the kills. Apologies once more for the lack of commentary. I am being forced to respond to some technical difficulties. Terrorist this time running up ladder, making a quick inner play. Full belt of util on them. One Noctyrne, only one upgraded pistol. Joker spams Trick out of the round through the box. Goodbye gets to sit outside. Ooh, a beautiful shot onto Joker. Quite impressive reaction times there. And Circuit takes goodbye out of the round. In the long run, Rifle beats Deagle. Both terrorists have picked up a full belt of util, although I have noticed they've only been using it in the most necessary of positions and not simply to clear their way into a site. For example, both of those peaks were completely dry despite each terrorist having a full belt of utility. As a result, both counter-terrorists pick up an AK-47 and match point. Not match, map point, my mistake. This is only the first map after all. No matter whom wins this map, Inferno is the next one. Joker walking along the ledge. Goodbye appears to be holding from the cart back near CT spawn. Trick once again holding in his tunnel, while Circuit sits up catwalk with that orb. Trick continues to hold inner. Goodbye is now back in CT, waiting for the push from Circuit. It is a 2-on-1. He does have quite a bit of utility. Trick takes the first few shots after seeing first contact, chucks the nade over. The nade does no damage whatsoever. Goodbye has not been spotted yet. Fires. Circuit hits the shot. Trick, however, does manage to get the next shot onto Circuit, meaning we move on to our second map. It is indeed Inferno, the second map, despite it telling us it is Vertigo. This is, again, likely my Wi-Fi. It does this sometimes, where even if I'm joining a Dust game, it will tell me I'm joining Office. There it is, Inferno, it is confirmed. We now wait, with the calm sounds of the fountain, for the broadcast to start. And now we're in, as the players filter in. Several shots, and both first shots go the way of Resurgence. We are now in our 5-minute warm-up. Not entirely sure what Goodbye was doing there. Circuit does not respect the knife attempt. Sit back and relax, ladies and gentlemen, as we do have still 3 minutes of warm-up left. If you need to grab a drink or something along such lines, please feel free to. Oh. Apparently I lied on the 3-minute counter, as we have just dropped to 30 seconds. Now we have 20 seconds remaining on the warm-up. So if someone did go to get a drink, you may not be back in time for the first round. Most sincere apologies to anyone who has gone to get a drink or use the washroom. It seems you will not be back in time for that first round. We start with Noctyrne on the counter-terrorist side. Once again, Kevlar across the board. A very dominant pistol round by Resurgence. Which is very good, considering they need to win this round to be able to win this series. Or this map, rather, to win this series. One counter-terrorist tucks in by the cart, the other by Graveyard. As both terrorists slow walk in along Arch side. Transfer nearly worked from Circuit. Joker flashes himself in. Goodbye hits a crispy one tap to get the round across. Noctyrne pick up their first in turn. It appears Resurgence are doing a strange half-force buy where only one of their players buys. Never mind. Circuit has stayed back just long enough to get on terms with his teammate, purchase a deagle, and exchange damage with Goodbye. Circuit hits Goodbye with one final body shot. Joker jumping onto the box to get the headshot onto Trick. It is 2-1 now for Resurgence. Paris dropped the bomb, leaving it behind. Joker picks up the first pick, Circuit picks up the second. Easy as you like. Joker, actually quite clever there, he used the grenade to throw himself the AWP. And Trick steals it right back off the back of the P250s. A couple chuckles exchanged between the console and Joker, as now the terrorists adopt a slightly passive stance based on the aggression of the counter-terrorists in the previous couple rounds. Joker takes Goodbye, and Joker takes Trick. And fails to throw himself the AWP again, although he is able to grab it himself. Throws the bomb down. Circuit picks it up. Goodbye readies himself a grenade on that M4 with Trick only on the P250. Head spotted for Goodbye. Hits him, apparently clipped through the wall there, as it does not get him the kill. Circuit is also gushed. Goodbye now on the full HP Kevlar and M4 does have a solid chance going into this round with both terrorists low, and look at that, he picks up the round on body shots alone, picking up the AWP as well. Posting the third for Noctyrne. They are still down by 1 in this 8th round, but they are certainly as close as can be. Textbook shot by Goodbye, doesn't get baited on the jiggle, hits the headshot onto Joker for the second. 4-4 at the end of the half. We now trade sides. Once again, to no one's surprise, Kevlar around the board. Trick is having a fairly tough game this time round, with things like that happening. Goodbye picks up 1, although does have 7 HP, doesn't particularly matter, as the headshot would have finished off anyone on 100. Circuit picks up the Glock for those close-range engagements, probably going towards Arch side. Both counter-terrorists buy themselves an MP9, and a helmet, and a kit. And they both aggress up Arch side. Team damage there, but it matters little. Joker picks up both kills, farming himself a good $1,200 on the MP9. Trick and Goodbye do both buy themselves AKs, helmets, and some utility, while the counter-terrorists, with some good utility, do still only have MP9s. Trick does get the shot onto Joker, getting himself his second kill of this map. Indeed, that is his second kill of the map. Circuit now knocks himself into Boiler. We will see if Nocturne check it. They are still flashing as if he is near lane. Circuit could find himself an interesting timing if he peeks here. He has seen nothing, and he's moving up towards Arch. He could get two if he plays some Trigger Discipline, which it appears he does. They are clearing Site and Graveyard. If he gets some good timing, he could get two. He gets the full health goodbye, and gets Trick. Beautifully played by Circuit, with the Trigger Discipline and the walking up until the very end. It was never so much as considered by Nocturne. That is the 7th round for Resurgence CSGO, with Nocturne merely sitting on 4. Those of you not particularly counting, that is 3 on the counter-terrorist side for Resurgence. Line of damage exchanged. Goodbye gets the trade. Both players do now have an AK-47 and a helmet. One has the bomb, one has a kit. Goodbye throws his only smoke, a somewhat confusing affair that doesn't block much other than pit and draw some attention. He's given himself a bit of room to play around as Circuit comes up lane side, gets the drop on him, and gets the kill. Easy as you like. Once again, simple problem in the fact that Resurgence are not quite using their utility. Even though I was somewhat confused by that smoke, at least it did get used, and it was not simply money that went down the drain, as you can only drop one grenade when you do die. Circuit gets the first off of the graveyard position, and gets the second off the stairs. A beautiful game, and a wonderful exchange. I do believe that ends us for today. No, I was in fact wrong. We do go to a third map, which is Nuke, our decider. Nocturne won the first, Resurgence won the second. Map, that is. We now get to wait above the beautiful B-bomb site for the broadcast to begin. It is much quieter here than it was on Inferno, with considerably less birds and no fountain noises. Although I suppose that is what you would expect in a nuclear power plant. And the players begin to trickle in. Oh, hey, no scope headshot from some range from Trick onto Circuit. Circuit does get his own revenge. We now wait through the warm-up, and for this map's various intricacies to be set up. 20 seconds remaining on the warm-up clock. As luck is being wished out. We now have a moment of silence as all of the players get to wait in position. 5 seconds remaining. The warm-up is now ending, and the match begins. Resurgence start on the counter-terrorist side, Noctyrne on the T side. Once again, to none of our surprises, Kevlar around the board. The alternative that I am, and the reason that I am talking about the Kevlar around the board, is that some players prefer to upgrade their pistols, or in some cases purchase them utility and a pistol upgrade in these rounds. While I was flapping about pistol rounds, Noctyrne took the pistol in a fairly simple manner. Joker, with the money off of his kill in the prior round, bought himself a CZ-75. A viable weapon for close-range engagements, but Trick farms himself some good money on the Mac-10, finding 2 kills and picking up a P250 for his troubles. The counter-terrorists can now buy themselves helmets and rifles, although Goodbye does have an AK-47, making those helmets, should he one-tap them, obsolete. Goodbye clears out the window, doesn't quite clear control all the way, Trick is left on 12 hit points, Joker finishes him up. Simple round, first round to the counter-terrorists. Some good amounts of utility on both teams. One of the doors gets blown off. Trick kills Joker through the door. I'm not entirely sure what Joker was doing there. Trick steps out and shoots Circuit while he's blind. Frankly, I think Resurgence absolutely flubbed that round. It was a full buy, but it did not feel like it. Less than 10 points of damage was inflicted. Resurgence do force up with deagles and armor in this round. Trick finds Circuit based on the delay. Joker spams through the door, finds Goodbye, and hits Trick once, but it was not the headshot off the deagle. Trick cleans it up on the AK. Yet another force out of Resurgence. Grenade to deal with the doors, but it doesn't, and both terrorists are able to get their kill. They spread out and both win their engagement. Circuit is properly struggling at this point in time at 1 and 6, with Trick finally coming back into his own at 8 and 2. Goodbye throws himself a grenade that does 0 points of damage, but he swings the door open and gets the back of Circuit's head. Joker is now playing up by the ramp, but Trick mollies him out, hears the damage, and hits the shot. This is the last round of the first half. Finally, the counter-terrorists do have a respectable buy, with the terrorists still rocking just about maximum money on both of them. Goodbye swings the door, catches one, shoots him in the side of the head, sees the other on the rafters, takes a couple shots, watches the drop. Trick takes some damage, Goodbye shoots Joker in the back. Simple as you like, 7 rounds for Noctyrne. Resurgence now on the terrorist side will find some struggle in gaining some ground, particularly looking at a fairly solid holding positions by the counter-terrorists. Trick hits the first shot. The second is now moving into control, right where his teammate was felled, and Trick hits the second shot as well. This is the final round, should Noctyrne win it, meaning Resurgence need this win. They have full bought on the money they did have, meaning helmets and Mac 10s. And that is the end of it. Noctyrne do win this game. A pleasure to watch, a pleasure to commentate. And as always, I have been T. Thank you very much for tuning in.